प्रमाण विपर्य विकल्प निद्रा स्मृतयः. Translated as, these five vrittis are right knowledge, error, imagination, sleep, and memory. In this sixth Yoga Sutra, Patanjali informs us that the vrittis or changing states of mind are essentially of five types. This sutra can be written into five separate words, which are Praman, Viparyay, Vikalp, Nidra, and Smriti. Here, Patanjali mentions just the names of these five types of vrittis. Let us quickly look into the translation of each of these vrittis now, and their respective details will be covered in the following five sutras consecutively. The first vritti is praman, derived from the word prama, which means right knowledge. Hence, praman vritti corresponds to right knowledge. The second vritti is named viparyay, which means error or wrong knowledge. The third vritti is vikalp, which refers to imagination or verbal delusion. The fourth vritti is called nidra, which means sleep. And the fifth and the final vritti is termed as smriti, which refers to memory. In our previous video on Yoga Sutra 1.5, Patanjali states that the five vrittis can be detrimental or conducive to the practice of yoga. That is, these five types of vrittis, namely praman, viparyay, vikalp, nidra, and smriti, can be either klishtaha, that is detrimental, or aklishtaha, that is conducive. We will now briefly discuss how each of these five vrittis can be either detrimental or conducive. Let us start from the last or the fifth vritti, that is smriti or memory, and walk towards the first one. For example, at the end of each day, if you mostly remember the negative things that people said or did to you, then you are likely to become demotivated and lose track of your life. On the other hand, if you can better remember and recollect the positive aspects of your life experiences, then you are likely to pursue the path of yoga more enthusiastically. The fourth vritti is sleep or nidra, which, if done for more or less than what is required by an individual, renders it detrimental, whereas its optimal quantity is very much helpful in one's physical, mental, and spiritual well being. The third vritti is vikalpa or imagination. So, how can imagination be klishta and aklishta? As you know, progress in any field requires proper planning and ability to imagine various possibilities that may arise in the future. Thus, when constructive imagination is coupled with dedicated hard work, it can lead to very positive outcomes. But if this imagination just ends up becoming procrastination, it can be very detrimental to a person's well being. It is easy to see how these three vrittis can be detrimental or conducive to the practice of yoga. Now we are left with the first two vrittis, that is viparyay or wrong knowledge and pramad or right knowledge, which are somewhat non trivial. We shall try to understand how these can be detrimental or conducive by a very interesting story of the famous Angulimal dacoit. As per the folklore, Angulimal was born in a pious household and grew up to be an intelligent and wise kid. He was sent to study at Takshashila, the then zenith of education in India. There, he was the brightest among his fellow mates and excelled in his curriculum. His fellow mates were so jealous of him, being the apple of the eye of their teacher, that they weaved a false plot to brainwash the teacher to think otherwise. Poor Angulimal very much against his own will, was forced by his teacher to collect the fingers from 1,000 individuals as his Guru Dakshina. Hence, he was known as Angulimal because he used to wear those fingers as a garland to safeguard it against animals and birds who fed on it if left unnoticed. He did this because he was very much aware of the fact that whatever he was doing was wrong, yet he had to fulfill the debt towards his teacher. Interestingly, he met Buddha when he was left with the final finger to be collected. And as the story goes, it was this meeting that helped even an evil doer like Angulimal understand his grave mistake and undergo a positive inner transformation. Thus, this beautiful story tells us how right knowledge or praman can lead us into evil actions, and wrong knowledge or viparyaya vritti can also sometimes help us to rise higher in our spiritual state. Therefore, in this sutra, we get a glimpse of the five types of vrittis. We would know in detail about each one of them in the subsequent sutras, starting with Praman Vritti in the following one. Till then, stay connected.